up everyone, my name is Marie, welcome to my channel and welcome to another speed build. So for today's video I have another base game only build for you all. This is for my base game save file that I started a little bit ago, and I actually built this house a while ago, but I just never got around to actually turning it into a speed build and uploading it for you. But I really wanted to share this one because this is a fun one. This is Bob Pancakes' new house. So as I've talked about before, I'm currently working on a base game save file where I'm just going to redo all the base game worlds, of course, and I also want to keep the townies but give them makeovers and maybe change the storylines for them. The previous build that I did was for the BFFs. They actually live across the street from Bob Pancakes now, or actually Bob moved, not the BFFs. They are on the same lot that they always were. I just built them new houses, 2 houses on the same lot, and then Bob Pancakes actually lives here. So for my storyline, like my version of Bob Pancakes in my save file, he is divorced from Eliza, and I'm thinking that this happened maybe not too long ago. It's nothing new, but it didn't happen all that long ago. So a little bit ago, Bob and Eliza got divorced, and in my save file I also moved forward in time a little bit when it comes to their life, their storyline. I turned Bob and Eliza into adults. By default they're young adults, but I turned them into adults, and I also gave them a teenage son, Iggy. Iggy is actually part of the official Bob Pancakes and Eliza storyline. I do think that Max's or the Sims team actually created a toddler named Iggy a very long time ago that you can download from the gallery if you wanted to continue with their storyline and give them their official son, I guess. You can go ahead and download Iggy as a toddler from the gallery, I think an official version or something like that. And I decided to kind of go with that storyline, but move forward in time and actually turn Iggy into a teenager. And Iggy is moved in with Bob. So Iggy and Bob are living together in this house. It's just a simple 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom little bungalow. It's just your classic base game home. And I just think it turned out super cute. I went for a little bit of a blue color scheme on the outside and some brown or reddish brick. And then on the inside, I definitely went with some red accents. We have a bright red kitchen in here, which was definitely something I had to get used to, but I really like it because for some reason I feel like Bob's staple color is red. I don't know why. I think it has something to do with the fact that he has this bright red robe that he wears for his sleep wear, I think. And also there's that one poster of Bob in the game where I think he wears that same classic red robe, if I'm not mistaken. I did use that poster in this house, by the way. Of course, I kind of had to. And so I kind of went with red as an accent color for the interior, and I also used a bunch of blue. So that is what I went with. But yeah, so Bob Pancakes is an adult, so is Eliza. And Bob and Iggy live in this house together. I was kind of thinking that Iggy goes between places. I have to yet build a house for Eliza and figure out what her storyline is going to be. I'm not exactly sure. They are, of course, divorced, but I'm not sure if Eliza maybe has a new partner or where she moved to. Did she keep the old house that I will renovate, of course, but the quote-unquote old house that they used to live in together? Is she going to keep that, or is she going to move? Is she going to live somewhere else entirely? Maybe she wants a change of pace and she's going to move to maybe a new house in Newcrest, or she wants to move to the desert, something like that. I do think that she wouldn't want to move too far away from Iggy, so he is still able to travel between their houses. But I feel like maybe she wants a new, a fresh environment, something like that. If you have any ideas on what I should do for Eliza's part of the storyline, let me know what you think I should do for her. But Bob and Iggy are living here, and it's just a simple little house. I also promoted Bob a couple times in his career and stuff. He is now a level 7. I think he is a pastry chef. He's level 7 of the chef career. So that is his career. That was already his career, but I think he was like level 2 or something by default in the game. And of course, I wanted it to be realistic. I skipped forward in time, so I thought it would make sense to like advance him in his career a little bit as well. So that's what I did. And he likes to work out. He likes to play video games. That's kind of what his hobbies are. I'm not sure if the chef career is his actual dream. It's just something that he did. Like that he was already doing, that he has been doing for years, and I'm not sure if he is still really enjoying it. Maybe if you were to play with this version of Bob, maybe it's time for him to like do a career switch or something like that. But at the same time, I feel like he does like to cook, so he does enjoy his career and he just likes to cook. So I feel like he's fine where he is, but maybe it would be fun to explore like a completely different side of his personality. Maybe he just wants to make a big change. I think that would be cool. And then as for Iggy, like I said, he is a teenager, so he is, of course, in high school still, and he is also into video games. He is into guitar, and it is his dream to become a very successful writer. He has the aspiration where he wants to become a best-selling author. So that is his goal for life. Like that is what he wants to become. He wants to become a writer. And then of course he has these hobbies on the side, like playing the guitar and video games as well. And I think he is a sim that enjoys working out as well. So maybe that is something they like to do together. Maybe Bob and Iggy like to like go for jogs together and work out together, go to the gym maybe. I feel like they would have a really wholesome, close relationship since they did go through that divorce, of course, Eliza and Bob. And of course that wasn't easy for Iggy. And I feel like Iggy just really became closer with Bob because of it. I'm not exactly sure why, but that's just kind of a feeling that I have. I feel like Iggy would be closer to Bob than he would be to Eliza. But yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. You can see that we have moved on to the interior, and this red kitchen was definitely scary. I plonked it down as a joke. At first I was like, okay, it's Bob Pancakes. How about this bright red kitchen? And I was building this over on stream, and the chat was like, no, but really, you should do a bright red kitchen for Bob. It only makes sense to like go with red accents for his house. So I thought that was a really cute idea. It was definitely something out of my comfort zone. I have talked about this before. Red is just not my favorite color in general. I find it really difficult to work with, especially in The Sims. There's not a whole lot of shades of red that I really like that we have available in the game. So it's always just a little difficult for me to work with. I do like it here though. I combined it with gray, as you can see, and also a lot of white. I think I also try to incorporate some like dark brown, stuff like that. So that's what we have going on. But base game only builds are always a little bit like limited. It's always a little bit difficult to try and make it look good. I was going for a more modern approach here, as you can probably tell by this like little glass table and the dining chairs that I used. They're definitely a little bit more on the modern side. Also the bar stools, they're really cute, but like texture wise, they're just not the greatest. Of course, they're base game, and a lot of items in the base game are just so old at this point that compared to other items that we have in the game, they just texture wise don't really look that great. And I feel like those bar stools are definitely an example of that, but they still work. I think style wise, we can get away with them in the kitchen here. I was definitely struggling with the layout for the living room here a little bit, but I figured it out in the end. I really like this. I have the couch, like a 3-seater couch, facing the opposite wall, like the opposite wall from the sliding glass door that leads into the backyard. So I had the space for like a little TV stand, stuff like that. I was struggling what type of wood tone to mix and match this interior with, and I decided to go for a dark brown. So not everything would be super matchy and like white or gray, you know? So I thought that darker wood was actually a really nice touch. It makes it a little bit more like dark, and I definitely feel like the interior looks a little bit more on the quote-unquote masculine side, and that's exactly what I was going for. Since it's just these two boys living in this house, I thought that was actually perfect. So yeah, I actually really liked how this came out. It was a little bit of a struggle, like I said, mixing and matching base game items. It might seem easy because you don't have that many items to pick from, so it's definitely less overwhelming and it takes less time for sure, but at the same time it's pretty rough. I just find it difficult because I look at all these items for too long and then nothing looks good anymore. But now that I'm looking back at this build, it's been a while since I finished this and I'm like, yeah, this actually looks really cute. I could totally see Bob live in this house. And as you can see, I also put the poster in. I had to. It's Bob's house. It's iconic. I don't know really why he would have a poster of himself in the living room. I'm not sure if I kept it there or if I moved it to a different room, but I think I kept it here, though I'm not exactly sure anymore. But I don't know. Let me know. Why do you think Bob has this poster of himself here? It's probably, to him, it's like more of a joke, maybe. But maybe it's his secret dream to like become an actor or something like that. I know we don't have an actor career in the base game, but still, like, maybe that's his dream and he was in a commercial or something like that and he has this poster from it. I'm not exactly sure why. Or maybe he owns his own restaurant or something like that and that's why he has the poster, though that was not in my storyline. In my storyline, he just works his job as a chef and that's it, and he doesn't own a restaurant. Maybe if you have Dine Out, that would be a fun way to explore a new like career, not necessarily a new career, but like a new something to do for Bob, like owning a restaurant, like taking his chef career to the next level and buying a little restaurant or something like that. I think that would actually be really fun for him to do that. But yeah, here you can see this is Bob's bedroom. I was going for darker colors and here I chose this dark brown wallpaper. I think that's so pretty. And this bed, I feel like looks pretty good as well with the darker bedding and stuff like that. I was trying to brighten it up a little bit with a rug, but then I decided to go for the black swatch in the end because it just tied it all together nicely. I really like the darker, moody colors in there. And then when it comes to just using the base game, I find teenage bedrooms the most difficult type of room to do because we have so little items that are like really suited for teenage bedrooms. We have this one bed with the guitar swatch that was actually nice because the sim enjoys playing the guitar, so that was actually great. But for the rest, it was pretty difficult to find items to make this look like an actual teens room and not just like a spare bedroom or an extra bedroom. I feel like I managed to make it work. I used a lot of blue and orange in here to have a little bit of a brighter color scheme, a little bit of a more playful color scheme, if you will. So that's what I did. I feel like the poster, the cow plant poster really helps as well. And then we have that bright orange desk chair by the computer desk as well. And I was just able to put in some like more posters, maybe some like video game posters, movie posters, stuff like that. And then for the rest, this bedroom is pretty simple. It is nice and matchy-matchy, which is just something that tends to happen when you do base game interiors, since we don't have that many items to mix and match, of course. And then this house has just one simple little bathroom. It's very simple. There's no tub. We just have a shower, sink, and toilet in here. But it is everything that your Sims would need, I feel like. I think it actually turned out pretty cute. I do like the color for the tiles that I used in here. The teal kind of color, I feel like, freshens it up a little bit, if that's how you can say that. And then we have a really tiny backyard as well. It is only a very small lot, so I didn't really have space for a huge backyard. But of course, I had to put in a grill. I feel like Bob would really enjoy grilling on a nice summer day. So every time the weather is nice, I feel like he would take that as an excuse to use the grill. Of course, I had to put the punching bag in because both these Sims actually like to work out. I didn't really have the space for any larger gym equipment, so I felt like the punching bag was nice, and for the rest, they can just go ahead and travel to the gym. It's a nice excuse to leave the lot. But that is basically going to do it for this house already, so let's jump into the game and I'll show you the house in real time. So here we have the little house in the game, and of course, Bob and Iggy. I did not download the official Iggy off of the gallery. I just made my own, if you will. But I feel like he is really, really cute. He doesn't look like he's having the best day today, but he's a really cute sim, I feel like. And they live across from the BFF's house. They live over here. I'm not sure what to do with this lot yet. I think I'm gonna do a family home and then just create my own family to live. And then there's a starter home on this lot here. And there is another family home over here as well that's just base game. This is an older one that I did years ago, but I think it looks cute on the this lot, so I might just create a family to move in here as well. But I feel like this little neighborhood is really coming together nicely. But yeah, this is the house. We have the front porch here. There is a cute picnic bench here. For my save file, I also really try to keep the houses a little bit more on the simple side of things, like not too overly cluttered and overwhelming, because that's just easier for gameplay too. So we have the front door here. It's open at the moment. There we go. There's a cute entryway here with just a coat rack, a nice dining table in the corner. I only had space for a 2-seater dining table here, but I feel like that's okay. We have some additional seating here by the bar counters. I feel like that's where they would usually sit and eat anyway. So yeah, naturally we have the small kitchen here. I actually, this pop of red is definitely growing on me. I think it looks pretty cute. And then over here is where we have the living room. I think Bob is gonna play some games. Yeah, I gave them a nice little tablet. So yeah, they can play some games here. So this is the living room with a TV in the corner. It's just very simple. Through here is a small hallway leading you into the bedrooms and the bathroom. So first off, we have Bob's room over here. It's very simple, but I'm loving the darker, more moody colors. And then Bob actually gets his own TV in his bedroom as well, which is pretty nice. And then I just merged a couple of wardrobes here. And there's a small mirror in the corner. Over here is a bathroom, which is really very basic, but I do like it. It has everything your Sims need. And then over here, of course, is the teens room. It's very matchy-matchy, but that is just what happens. Sometimes that is just so cute in The Sims. We have a lot of blue and orange. The computer is in the teens room. I feel like he would use it the most, also because Iggy does want to become a writer, so he probably practices his writing a lot. There is a guitar in this room, and then of course his bed here as well. Then over here we have the small backyard. So you can practice your punching over here using this punching bag. You can do some gardening if you want to. A grill, of course, and then a 4-seater dining table outside. A woodworking bench for just an additional skill building item, and then some loungers as well. But that is basically it for this house. So this 2-bedroom base game home is up on the gallery. It comes in at just under 50,000 simoleons, so I feel like that is a pretty good price for what it is. I built it on a 2015 lot in the world of Willow Creek, so if you want to place it in your game, then that is where it goes. But that's gonna do it for today's video, so I really hope that you enjoyed this one. You can obviously go ahead and download this build off the gallery. Like I just showed you, my username on the gallery is Simmary Sims. You can follow me on Instagram and on TikTok if you like. My username on there is Simmary Sims as well. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, feel free to do so. And if you'd like to get notified of every single time I upload a video, just click that little bell icon and you should be fine. I also live stream over on Twitch a few times a week, so if you're interested in that, go ahead and give me a follow over on twitch.tv/Simmary Sims. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!